I do. In fact, that's why I'm with you today. That's why I'm with you right now. That's why when Jenna and Josh asked me to come and be a part of my daily choice, I said I would love to do that. I would love to be a part of your program. Why? Because I value them, and you know what? I value you because I value them, and I always value people that I value value. You don't have to write that down, but every day I value people.
That's number
And
one.
all of successful connecting begins with truly valuing people. In fact, I tell leaders all the time, if you don't value people that you lead, don't lead them. Because if you don't value the people that you lead, to be honest with you, you'll begin to manipulate them. You'll begin to take advantage of them. And that's never good. That doesn't work. So every day I value people. I value you. In fact, in my coaching company, we have a statement that I love. It'll work for you. We are people of value who value people and add value to them. The foundation of connecting with people is to have an appreciation and a value to them. You see, when you value people, they come toward you. When you devalue people, they remove themselves away from you. So every day, number one, I value people. Number two, every day, I think of ways to add value to people. The moment that I value you, I begin now to come alongside of you and say, now, how can I add value to you? Because you add value to people that you value, just like you don't add value to people that you devalue. So now that I value you, every day I'm thinking, how can I add value to you? When I realized that I was going to have the opportunity to be part of your conference and address all of you that are part of my daily choice, the first question I asked myself is, okay, how can I add value to you? And I began to think ahead. What can I say? What illustrations? What teaching can I give you that will just add value? What can I put in your hand? Hey, where's the axe that I can put in your hand so you can go cut that tree? Where's that right tool? The power five. What can I do? I'm thinking about how to add value to you. When I was writing the book Intentional Living, I was really working with my grandchildren. We have 5, of helping them to understand that every day they had to be intentional in how they connected and related and valued people. And so I had kind of a practice that went on for almost a year. Whenever I'd be with the grandchildren, I would say, okay, now what are you going to do tomorrow to add value to people? What was I doing? I was teaching them to think in their minds, I'm going to be with some people tomorrow. Who am I going to be with? Well, I'm going to be at school, so I'm going with my school friends. Okay, what am I going to do intentionally to add value to them? I'll never forget, my youngest grandson was James, who was 9 at the time. And one evening we're having dinner, and he looked at me and said, Papa, when I go to school tomorrow, I know how I'm going to add value to my classmates and to my teachers. I said, what are you going to do, James? He said, I've decided tomorrow to open the door for people. Mm-hmm. So that whenever I'm close to a door and somebody's getting ready to walk into it, I'll rush over there, I'll open up the door. And not only have I decided to open the door, but he said, I've decided that I'm going to smile and say, have a good day. I said, James, I love that. That's intentional. You're thinking ahead of how to add value to people. I love that. James, do it, buddy, do it. The next evening, he called me on the phone. He was so excited. He said, Papa, I had a great day. I said, you had a great day? Oh, he said, I had a great day. He said, remember I talked to you about opening the door for people? Yeah, I remember. Remember I told you I was going to not only open the door, but I was going to smile and say, have a good, yeah, I remember, James. He said, Papa, I had a great day. He said, today I opened 47 doors. Oh. 47 times. Think about it. 47 times. I'm going in and I'm opening the door for people, and I'm smiling, and I'm telling them to have a good day. Now, this is incredible. Now, James is 9 years old, and he already understands that he intentionally, in connecting with people, needs to think ahead of how he can add value to people. This has been a practice in my life for years. Whenever I'm going out to lunch with a person, whenever I'm going to meet with any person, the first thing I do is I ask myself, okay, what can I bring to the table? What can I share with them? And I think ahead of how I'm going to add value to that person, how I'm going to add value to you. Now, every day I value you. Every day I think about how I'm going to add value to you. Thirdly, every day I look for ways to add value to you. When I'm with you, now, guess what I'm doing? I'm looking for ways to add value to you. Now, we discover what we intentionally look for. That's why it's possible for two people to be in the same room with the same people and see things entirely different. Mm-hmm. We see things and we see people not as they are. We see things and people as we are. So, if I'm intentional in wanting to connect well with people and add value to people, guess what I'm going to look for? I'm going to look for ways to add value with people. I'm going to look for ways to add value to you when I'm with you. And guess what? I'm going to see those ways. Now, how am I going to see ways to add value to you when I'm with you? It's because I'm intentional and I'm looking for those ways. Just like if I wasn't looking for those ways, guess what? I wouldn't find or think of any ways to add value to you. That's why you have to understand that this idea of connecting has a lot to do with being very intentional. Valuing people, thinking of ways to add value to people, looking for ways to add value to people. Number 4, doing things that add value to people. It goes back to that statement of action I talked about earlier when I said you got to go swing the axe. I'm now with you, and so I'm taking action. I'm doing things that add value to people. In fact, every morning I look at my calendar, I look at the people I'm going to see, and I ask myself a simple question: what am I going to do to add value to those people today? What am I going to do? And I get a game plan. At the end of the day, I ask myself another question: what did I do today to add value to those people? Those are the bookends of my day. In the morning, what am I going to do to add value to people? In the evening, what did I do to add value to people? And number 5, this is all, again, in the incredible power of connecting with people. This stuff really works. Every day, I encourage others to intentionally add value to people. In other words, that's what I'm doing right now with all of you that belong to this incredible organization of My Daily Choice. I'm encouraging you right now in your life to ask yourself, can I do those 5 things? Do I value people? Can I think ahead of how I'm going to add value to people? Can I, when I'm with them, look for ways to add value to people? And can I make sure that I do things that add value to people? And how do I encourage my team to add value to people? I would encourage you to get with your team and discuss these 5 ways of connecting with people and develop yourselves as, get a game plan. And I think what would be absolutely incredible is for you to sit down in that process and begin to share with each other how you're intentionally adding value to people.